Sean Combs' The Reckoning.
No matter what, no matter what nobody said, let's just here and there, y'all are not working together the right way. We're losing.
A 4-part documentary examining the rise and fall, detailing his career, criminal conviction, and the darker aspect of his empire. Produced by Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, the Diabolical Man himself.
I think he's gonna say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time.
And directed by Alexandria Stapleton. The series explores Combs' influential role in hip-hop through Bad Boy Entertainment and its star-studded roster, while revealing troubling allegations, including abuse and misconduct. In particular, a 2023 lawsuit by R&B singer Cassie.
And he was like, bitch, this is your only job. This is what you do.
The documentary features exclusive interviews with former associates, employees, and others from Combs' orbit, shedding light on his complicated legacy. With rare footage including Combs' own self-filming, Diabolical, the series covers key moments in Combs' life, such as his rivalry with Death Row Records, the aftermath of Biggie Smalls' murder, and the federal investigation that led to his conviction in 2024.
Do you know who was responsible for the killing of Tupac Shakur?
No, I don't.
The documentary challenges the public's idolization of celebrities, urging a deeper reflection on power, abuse, and the entertainment industry's darker side. Back with another episode of Music for Breakfast, the live edition, baby. This is the most important video you'll ever hear. I am your host, Octavia March, alongside my music friend.
Hey there, hey B, how you was? It's your girl, Roulette.
And y'all know we back at it, man. We had to hit you with another live, you feel me? Man, because I'm just so disturbed by this Sean Combs' The Reckoning documentary. My gosh.
Child, I had to take a sip because, oh my goodness, this documentary, I had to watch a few times just to make sure, one, that I was hearing what I was hearing, and then a third time for clarity, and then a fourth time just to make sure I had the date and times. Because damn, if this wasn't organized like an exhibit A through Z, I don't know what was. But we're gonna get into it.
Diabolical. Yo, what's up in the chat? You didn't watch West Wayne. You ain't watched the documentary? Chad, well, we gonna explain it to you. What's
Wayne,
up, y'all?
look, we're gonna explain it to you, and we're gonna probably just ruin a little bit of it for you if the internet hasn't done it already. But
Hello. But you know what you need to do. Push the button. Like, subscribe, hype. Come on.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
Follow them.
Oh. He said it. Wayne said he didn't watch it. Well, let's get into it, yo. It was such. It first of all, 50 Cent, Alex, who directed it, fire job. Like
everybody
hands down.
online is saying 50 is showing why you should just leave that man alone. Like he said, he's 90s petty. For those who don't know, 90s petty is straight up diabolical, straight evil. Just straight dirty.
And he said that because Sean sent him some flowers.
Just disgusting.
He sent him flowers.
Stop playing with this man. Please stop.
Trying to be funny.
Oh, you gonna be funny. He gonna be hilarious. And this documentary was nothing short But baby, I'm telling you, after episode 1, wig blew back. I was invested. Um,
Yeah, let's get into
where is
episode 1. So, like, it was crazy when it first opens up. Sean is talking to his lawyers because he's like, "You guys, we're losing at this point, and we need help. So y'all need to get together and get on something because we need to get the ball rolling. Something needs to come about."
hard? Uh, Shout out to what's that? Red Fire Express. They said, was that a funeral arrangement that Diddy sent to 50?
That
Child,
would be crazy.
feel like I'm part of an uncomfortable conversation. Oh my God. Well,
Send him a spray.
the world should only know. Right.
Yeah,
He sent
that's
him a
crazy.
bouquet
I
of.
mean, don't get mad. It's just you.
Look, don't shoot no damn documentary and then don't pay nobody. Okay? Just this is prime example, black people, why you should pay people. Okay? Stop playing
Yeah,
with people. Because next thing you know, people don't come out with a reckoning on your ass, and then there ain't nothing you can do about it because they didn't talk to everybody from kindergarten. Now what you
yeah.
gonna do?
Well, I thought, it was well done, and that's the kind of
No, it
retaliation
was.
I would expect because everybody is like looking at him different as they should.
Well, and you see, from the first episode that he is used to controlling the narrative, and that's definitely what, he thought he was gonna do. As to why he had this camera crew following him around, shooting this. Oh, we gotta work harder. We gotta work harder.
Mm-hmm.
All of us are smart, intelligent people. We can work together. Like, I don't know what type of We Shall Overcome documentary you thought you was putting together. Um, this wasn't that.
Oh,
It did not. The plane did not land where we thought we would land it. Even in a case called Take That, it wasn't going to be that. But okay, baby. But it's just to see someone who is so focused and so hell-bent on controlling the narrative to finally have that narrative slip, I don't know, it figuratively through their fingers into now to the point that it's not in their control. Somebody else is telling you
mm-hmm.
to have a seat. And then learning that, him and his mother, I kind of already, you kind of already knew his story over the years. He grew up, but I understand that, his mother was maybe a bit abusive
Mm-hmm.
towards him. You know what I mean? There was, as his friend that grew up with him, what was it, Tim Dog? He said, there was whoopings, which is what he got. And then there's what Sean got. And that wasn't funny. And that's the only way I could interpret it, was that, hey, it was abusive. But one poignant thing that stuck out to me that pretty much everybody said about Diddy, and this is not to be funny, but everybody said that he was, he was dorky, he was corny, he was a nerd coming up, and that his mother wanted a prince. She didn't want a princess.
Mm.
So he would get picked on a lot. He would get chased home a lot. Different bully things would happen to him. And he would always come home crying, and she would beat the brakes off of him and then send him back outside
Right.
because she didn't want no place. But then it's like you see him walking around as a child with a chinchilla fur on. And it's like, well, wait a minute. That ain't no normal childhood. Like, you know what I mean? So, and I think was it you or someone had said, how she even could afford to send him through private school during that time. ain't none of my business. But just things were going on, and I think that's where we started to learn this lifestyle. And I love how they included the black exploitation films in there as well, because that was also at that particular time he's coming up in his formative years. Those are some popping movies. Those are the top movies at the time. Where men are beating women, dogging women, having orgies, that sort
Pimping.
of thing. Pimping. Uh, so it it made sense. He came up. I love how they included, he's in Harlem, Alpo and that whole thing with the, if you watch the movie, but
Yeah.
but Alpo would have Saturday night specials, if where he would put these his tapes on blast, and it would be so and so's girlfriend, and now we all watching Alpo and so's girlfriend. He dogging her out crazy. That's what Diddy was into. He was trying to replicate this persona of street thug that he thought his daddy would be proud of. That was very apparent. But it was also very apparent that's not you. Like, everybody had that to say about him. So, he's going to, he was an altar boy. He was, went to the private school. He wasn't in the street like that. You know what I mean? He was very persistent, he
Yeah.
met up with Heavy D and ran up and met him outside of his house. That's a 90s thing. I don't know if that was kosher back then. I know
And
if
mind
you
you guys,
walk
this
up
is
on
all
me,
episode 1.
this is all
Like,
episode 1 jam packed.
it was
Yeah.
the intro to who Sean Combs was. Shout out to Olivia for the super chat. Thank you so much. Gotta get your
Hey,
air
Livy
horn.
Liv.
Yeah. Oh, my air horn
Thank
ain't
you,
working.
God.
Yeah. But, it had people, looking at him different from the beginning. Kalina, you had Eric Sermon on there. You had
Man, now listen, Kalina had me wanting to fight because now look, okay, if there's any children in the room or around you, please get them from around you, because I'm about to violate Kalina, ma'am. Okay, we're gonna count to 5. 5, 4, 3, 2. Kalina, ma'am, fuck you. Okay, look, now you utterly and to the pits of my soul. I mean, fuck you. You seriously were the reason that Don's whole testimony crumbled like a fucking Roman Empire. Okay? Cause your goof ass came up here in defense of this nigga. Now you want to come in this motherfucker because it's Netflix. Now you want to come in this motherfucker with your Kleenex, crying and shit. Talking about somebody, I was trying to get my kids, girl. The day a motherfucker asked me for the day I asked a motherfucker for a favor, and they flat up and down straight, don't even think about it, don't even take a pause, and just flat out tell me no. And then you need me on some shit like this, and you talking about some, oh, I just need you to be a character witness. I just need you. Hey, baby, don't call my line. Don't call my you. No, I am not the one you need to be talking to. Absolutely not.
shout out to Rushry Way for the super chat. Hey, we
Hey,
appreciate you.
we appreciate you. We appreciate you, player.
My air horns ain't working. Come on, get him an air horn. There we go. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Treat the people right. Treat the people right.
Yeah, man.
But
But
yeah, the full chinchilla for a young little Diddy explains a lot of where he got it from. But it was just like, it was kind of also weird for me, kind of cringe, because it was like you look at his daddy and then you look at how the mother would dress him. You look at the daddy and then you look at how the mother would dress him, and it's like, ma'am, are we trying to replicate?
I mean, well, you know what
'Cause
they say about mamas and they sons.
I
But
don't know.
then we are introduced in the first episode to Kirk Burrows, one of his former friends, who just had a
Explosive.
shocking confession at the end of the whole documentary. But we'll get to that. Then he takes then he goes to Heavy D's house every day because he wants to meet Andre Harrell. And that finally happens. He gets into Uptown. There's a beautiful receptionist, Kim Porter. And Kim is actually Albie Shore's girlfriend.
I was gonna say, little pretty little one eyebrow Albie Show, yes.
And
Yes,
baby
Lord.
mama. And
And baby
Sean don't
mama
care about
forever
that. This
his
is the first
lady.
time, but this is the first time we kind of see him, you know, taking folks women with Kim. Fast forward, we learn about Tim Patterson, who is Sean's childhood friend, and he is telling us about, you know, what Relle was talking about, the things that were going on inside of the home. I don't know if you want to speak on that before I keep going.
Oh yeah, no, my bad. So yeah, that's the one. His name. He's the one to go by T Dog or Tim Dog.
Yeah,
So
dog.
he talks a lot about how they grew up together, and you know, just basically, you know, who Sean was before he became Puff. Forget Diddy, Papa Diddy, Pop, Brother Love, whatever. This is before he was even Puff, just when he was straight up just Sean Combs, and what that was like. You know, he describes how he grew up with his father, and his father taught him emotional intelligence, and his father taught him, you know, how to channel his emotions. Sean didn't have that. He had, you know, Miss Janice. So, who, you know, she was a seamstress, she was a this, she was a that, but she also held, you know, what sounded like that time's freak off. Uh, you want to talk about, you know, ladies of the night being present in, you know, their home after hours. You
Oh,
know,
and they
you want to talk
did.
about
Tim did say they had to dance, like do that little dance you do
well,
for the
but you
people.
had to come on, babe. And I remember, you know, I remember me being little and people wake you up. Come on, y'all do that dance. But
I had to do the little dance
it,
before
it
too.
was, but it was to the ladies of the night, to the pimps and the pushers, to the basketball players, to some other ladies of the night that she called from out of town. From it was just a whole bunch smorgasbord of people that debauchery was going on, and you got these kids doing the damn robot and shit. Like, it was just, I don't understand. So it just sounded like a pre-freak off to me. Hey.
Yeah. And then Sean's mom, they had a clip of her talking about all the jobs that she did, including
Mhm.
working at an after hours spot.
Child, she was the after hours, but allegedly. Allegedly. Allegedly.
Oh my gosh.
Waking them
Then
babies up to do the damn robot. Come on now.
yeah, well then we get to fast forward to the doc, we get to the party promoting Sean Combs and the Joy Dickerson alleged assault story,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
was heartbreaking, especially when she read the note her mom wrote to Sean's parents.
And
And
to the
he
fact
said,
that like she didn't even want to be there, point blank, period.
mhm,
So it's a little summarizing her story. Basically, what it was a party in New Jersey that she had attended. They had asked her, "Hey, you want to try to be this video?" She was like, "I am not a video girl. That is not what I do. Absolutely not. Leave me alone." They were like, "Well, hey, like you trying to get back to New York? We can get you right back to New York. You just gotta be in this video. We shooting this video real quick, and then we'll drop you off, be on our way." So that's exactly what she ended up doing. She ended up being in a video
mhm,
for it was a
a
female rap group
female
at that
group.
time, and
Mhm,
she played a young lady. Ironically, the song was about finding a new day or a new way, something like that. And anyway, it was about a young lady that was walking away from a pimp, a pusher, a dude that was trying to turn her into a lady of the night. And she got away and in the video, and the pusher, the pimp, was Sean Combs, allegedly,
mm,
well, in the video. So ironically, then she gets, hears from a friend that's kind of in the industry, works around whoever, that, hey, it's a video you going around that you getting tossed like a salad. um and that's not to be funny, but it was much more graphic than that. The person described positions and other things that happened to Joy. And of course she was mortified, and her mother, being a mother, did, which I think, what any parent would do, but I think she took like a humanly route, because I think anybody, you hear your child involved in something of that nature, I mean, automatically I see red. um you wouldn't think. And her mother wrote Sean Combs's parents a letter basically saying, like, hey, like, I think what your son did to my daughter is absolutely disgusting and deplorable. And what type of human being have you raised, to think that treating someone, not even just because she's my daughter, but just anybody of this nature, why would you raise someone that thinks it's okay to treat people this way? And of course, she didn't get answered. It just, kind of fell off deaf ears. And the absolute disgusting treatment of Joy thereafter, where people were just like, well, what do you want me to do about it? And then niggas really fix their mouths and say, oh, well, if I help you, I can't go to his parties no more.
yeah, that was just like, come on now. But that was the nature of the
See, I
industry back
mean,
in the day, which is terrible. Um,
mm,
uh, would you say
I
Red
just be
Empress? I
losing
wasn't
faith.
fully. You said what?
Faith in humanity. I said sometimes it makes me lose faith in humanity when you hear stuff like that, because it's just like, what? Like,
Yeah,
so
Red
it's
Empress
cool that
says
he
I was
out here.
surprised they didn't well they skipped the Howard days. I agree, cuz it was
Yeah,
reported that he allegedly was whooping on some girl
on Howard
outside.
campus. Yeah, on Howard campus.
Mm,
Calling this girl out of class, knocking on windows and causing scenes and stuff, dragging her through the hallways. Yes, indeed. That was
yeah,
not included in this documentary. No, it was not. Allegedly.
terrible. Yeah, so then we
Yes.
do get to the infamous basketball game. Um Going down the line of the first episode, and that was just a tragic situation, but it's also where everybody in the doc is saying, including Sean himself on video, saying that's where he became famous for real, is due to those tragedies.
But I mean, bro, somebody on TikTok I had seen this morning. Somebody had made the correlation that I had made. when it came to what was that, the city basketball tournament,
Mm-hmm.
which was that was his Astro World,
Yeah, essentially.
because that like it was almost identically the same thing. You know what I mean? Everybody bum rushed the stage, everybody bum rushed the gym doors. But the gym doors don't open the normal way we would think, so everybody get crushed.
Yeah,
And then he got famous. Everybody knows your name, but for all the wrong reasons. You know what I'm
just like
saying? Oh,
today. Everybody know your
there's no such
name
thing
for
as
all
bad
the
press.
wrong reasons.
There's no such thing as bad press. Yes, there is. And that's the wrong kind of attention.
Well, from there,
Um,
he goes back to Uptown, and he is given the project of Mary J. Blige, Jodeci, and launching them out in the stratosphere. And he did his Thug Thizzle on them acts.
Ghetto Fabulous.
But in the doc, they say where he got his ideas to put the R&B over hip hop beats from, which was from a party. I forgot what the DJ's name was, but he was doing that
I'm
in
gonna
already.
say Busy Bee. I'm gonna say Busy Bee or something like that, but I know
Yeah.
that's wrong. Y'all correct us in the comments. But he was doing that at the what was it, the Hilltop, the rooftop club that Alpo and all of them were going to back at that
Mm-hmm.
time. So he was known for doing that live in the club, and then people leaving and talking about, yo, you heard what he did, you heard what he did. And yeah, and then this nigga copied it. And it's just like hearing like I didn't know that. I didn't know about this person. So this was like mind blown for me. So it was, I knew that Sean was not a producer for real. Let's
Yeah, I
just
mean, you can go back to old interviews of Miss Jones, who was a radio host, and her
mm-hmm.
saying her story about how he stole a piece of
How
her
he threatened
style.
her. Yep. He
Yeah,
threatened her,
and
said he was gonna put her in the trunk, and Lil Kim saved her life. Absolutely. She talks
but he
about
took
that.
the style of the records that she was making and put that on Mary, allegedly. And
Well,
that's in old interviews. Um,
I'm
Bad to the
so my
Bone, what's up?
what's going on, Bad to the
Claude,
Bone?
oh
Welcome
no,
in.
what's happening? We just
Claude
talk about the Diddy doc. What y'all think about this doc
on
so far,
Netflix.
y'all? We on I'm just going by part by part. Episode 1, we coming towards the end of it right
Yeah,
now,
we
but it
going
was
part
just
by part, y'all. So we on part 1 right now. Just so we're gonna go piece by piece, just like they
yes.
did.
Red Empress, they could have talked to Miss Jones. Like, damn, I don't know why they didn't do that. That would have been a great piece.
Yeah. Well, I
This
was
was diabolical.
I've been in different chats like all day because I'm a rabbit hole person. Once I done stumbled upon something, somebody said something else, now I done hopped on that and I'm just stuck. But some people are trapped into 70-year NDAs
Mm.
with which they've signed for 70 years. You can't say booty cool about this person.
Mm.
Now, I don't know if you could write it on a napkin and phone a friend. I don't know if that works, but for 70 years, this one lady used to be like his lawyer, part of his lawyer team. 70 years.
Yeah. I mean, even look at the chef. When they were in court, she wasn't talking, and she's come out to say things that happened to her. I don't know. But let's move
Bro.
on real quick. We're then introduced to his relationship with Misa, and apparently she was with Eric Sermon first, which was interesting.
Diabolical.
I never knew that.
Diabolical.
Yeah.
So I've heard that before, but I've never heard it stamped.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard like that was the truth. To hear it come out of Eric Sermon's mouth, crazy. turned into a fan immediately. But to know that, okay, you lined up Albie Shore, which to me, this sexy, flexy Albie Shore, pretty light skinned man of the times, and you are cue ball headed, ball bird chest, looking KC Sean Combs.
Geeked out as punk ass.
And you broke. And you broke at that time. You broke. Oh my
Living with
God.
Andre Harrell, because remember, they said mysteriously. Well, Andre was on the doc, and he said when he bought his $1 million house, Sean mysteriously
moved
got into
in.
an argument or a fight with his mama, and he moved in with
Never
Andre.
left.
R.I.P. Andre Harrell. I ain't speaking ill of the dead. But
I mean,
I'm
I
just
ain't
saying.
either, but I'm gonna just say after he started staying with Andre Harrell, they said he started wearing gold chains, Gucci shirts, and Versace shirts and shit. All of a sudden, he looked like he was a kept boyfriend. I'm just saying, allegedly.
So
Anyway, moving on.
he gets fired from Uptown eventually because a lot of things was happening at Uptown. I need the Uptown true life documentary. And when I say that, I want the movie to be like the Aretha story with the Cynthia Erivo character, not the one that Jennifer Hudson did. I want the one that Cynthia Erivo was a part of, because when they was spilling tea, baby, the tea was dropped all over the floor.
The tea was piping hot. I burnt my lap. It needed to come with a special mug.
I need to know what was going on in Uptown for real. Because a lot of these people, especially on the documentary, they were a part of Uptown at one point and then a part of Bad Boy at one point. Kirk Burroughs.
Man, and then finding out that Suge Knight was Albie Shore's bodyguard.
That's another thing. I didn't know that. I didn't know he started like that. So he was fired from Uptown, and I was just recently listening to The Breakfast Club, and Christopher Williams was on this episode today, Friday, and he was saying how it was because of him that Uptown got shut down, because he wasn't happy with his dealings of some sort. It wasn't clear, but I need to know what happened.
Christopher Williams allegedly.
No, we not saying that. Don't wake me. I'm dreaming. That's it. Shout out to Christopher
All
Williams.
right.
He got a new song out.
Shout out.
Back with Vincent Herbert.
Shout out.
And they doing the damn
Just
thing.
but we don't go into no damn TJ Maxx.
What you about to say?
Don't go into no damn TJ Maxx.
Tupac. We going to episode 2 now, part 2 of the Diddy doc.
Part 2. Okay.
Tupac being hit at Quad Studios. We start talking. It starts with Pac and the dealings with Death Row and his beef.
Now this is where you start to so you already see how Diddy is manipulative in terms of he got over here, he got in between Kim and Albie Shore. Then over here he got in between Misa and Eric Sermon. And then you're learning that he be putting hands on Misa. Like, they said so there was a part that he beat her down to the car wheel.
Yeah, Kirk Burroughs said that.
Mm-hmm. Kirk Burroughs has said that. So now, we get to Biggie. He gets let go from Uptown. He meets Clive Davis. He gets his $40 million deal. Creates Bad Boy. Excuse me, $10 million.
As what it said in the doc. It was $10 million. Kirk Burroughs got 25%, and then his mother got 75% in her name, and that was said that happened because he didn't want to pay out any of the families who were, I don't know
So
what the
stop.
YouTube word to
When you
say,
do that,
for
so basically when you do that,
unalived.
you put it
Sorry.
in your mother's name because you, Sean Combs, don't directly own anything. I'm
Mm-hmm.
broke.
So that's
So if
why he
somebody
had it in
tries
his
to sue
mom's name.
you everything, like May said, everything in your mother's name. You know, because that's just how you prevent getting sued. You just release all liability. Um, so that's why he did that. But then you start to really see how he gets manipulative in the industry. But then he also starts to just in each era of Sean Combs, you start to see how he's trying to adapt this role of who he defines as male or hard or gangster or this or that. Like, so when he was younger, it was the black exploitation films. When it was he got a little older, it was maybe his father or the OGs that were around him, or just people he saw in movies. Now he's actually in this, and he's actually around these people. So I think the way that they broke it down was that he was a paper gangster, which that he was in a position to start controlling people's money and cutting people off from money and this, that, and the third. Then they
In which
started
he
saying,
learned
from
from allegedly Andre Harrell, and this is
that he learned from Andre
Kirk
Harrell.
Burroughs saying this about Sean and
Yes.
his dealings, because Sean, I mean not Sean, but Kirk was doing all the books at Bad Boy, so he was writing down
Yes.
everything.
So he knew where all the skeletons were buried.
Mm-hmm.
So he said when they finally got Bad Boy and they started to like really officialize themselves, they said, okay, we got Biggie. How are we gonna sell this? Kirk said they looked at the I Get Around video, Tupac, and he said, okay, what they got? Swim pool.
They started to
Bad bitches.
study.
They were studying and they
And
went to work.
Biggie,
And then
I didn't know, but Biggie came from Uptown, because I guess they were gonna
yes,
use him at
in the
Uptown.
beginning. In the beginning, he was on Uptown, but then Puff started doing too much.
Mm.
He started flexing way too much, and people just kept going to Andre, and they were like, "Yo, you're never gonna get anywhere with this kid. He's not who you think he is. He's not gonna make what you think he's gonna make. He's gonna ruin you."
Mm.
You keep him around here, he's already doing these parties, killing people, like, you know what I'm saying? He's not responsible. He's not who you think he is. And he had to let him go. But the story gets dicey between the two of them, because it's like, 1 minute I let him go, and then the next minute, I felt like there couldn't be two chefs in the kitchen. I felt like, I had to let him fly. I had to let him do his thing. So regardless of the week, you ask, I guess. I don't know, but he was let go nonetheless. And I think it was Kirk Burroughs was saying during those times, Puff was scared because he didn't know what he was gonna do at that point. You have these artists that you've made these relationships with, but now it's like you've done a little too much, and now it's like you don't have a home for yourself or them. um He gets the deal. He creates Bad Boy. He does the whole Big
I did
Mac
not know
thing.
that Party and
What's that?
BS was on Uptown. My bad, Relle. I just seen that.
Oh
Okay.
yes. Yep.
Cool,
So,
cool.
and if you remember from the Biggie movie, Party MBS was
I
like
remember
his, I
that.
think it was
Yeah.
his first single, and then he got let go.
Mm.
And then Biggie was like, "Yo, like I stopped doing. I did everything you asked of me. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying?" And that whole part. So, yeah. So he was on Uptown for that.
Wow, yeah. Uptown was that label though when it was. But
Mhm.
back to Bad Boy. We also hear from Craig Mack's I don't know if was it ex-wife or was she widowed. I don't know if he was married to her at the
I don't
time
know
of
if
his
it's
death,
widow or what.
but she
Um,
was there
but
at
yeah,
the time. And the way that he had a wad of money and gave him $100, boy, all that money be on the floor.
Boy, Diddy would have been on the floor in the
I
pool's
would've-
blood, allegedly. I ain't threatening
Craig
nobody,
Mack-
YouTube. I'm just saying.
According to Craig Mack's wife at the time, he was strapped for cash. He needed money. And he had a hit record, Flavor in Your Ear. And he didn't make any money. He had to go to Sean and ask for money. Sean pulls out a wad of cash and gives him $100.
A knot.
And
Hand him $100.
Kirk Burrows explained Sean's practices of Bad Boy. It was similar to Andre Harrell's practices at Uptown, in which they would sign you, give you an advance, and then that's all you would see.
Yeah, they give you your advance. They show you everything in advance. So that way it's like you look, ooh, shiny, but you're not looking at back here where everything is jacked up. And, you know, your money's getting split with Total and this one and a piece of Usher. And
not only that,
no.
with Sean himself, because they said,
Yes. This
at
nigga
this
would
time,
charge
who
them
said
to
that,
be in videos.
What was that other rapper on the doc? He was a Bad Boy
Mark
artist.
Curry.
Mark Curry was saying,
Mm-hmm.
Sean would charge for studio time. His own artist, he was charging for studio time. He would also charge to be in your video. He was charging for everything. So he like took Andre's practices.
And like you didn't
allegedly,
ask for this nigga to be in your video, but this nigga charged you to be in your video. Like what?
He was taking from Andre's practices at Uptown allegedly, and then applying them to Bad Boy, but upping it by charging for every little thing. Crazy.
Yo, yes, hand over fist indeed. Hand over fist indeed. He knew what he was doing, but it was like, bro. And then with Craig Mack, I guess there was some type of animosity between Craig Mack and Biggie. You know what I'm saying? They both kind of came up around the same time. I guess Big, you know, started being a little bit more successful than Craig Mack. You know,
allegedly,
I guess,
because
allegedly,
Craig Mack
yes,
he made Sean mad. And Sean put all his energy into Biggie. Allegedly.
And then there's an interview where I think it was for Yo MTV Raps where they were talking about, you know, so Craig Mack, what are you gonna do next? You know what I mean? You got the flavor in your ear, you got this, you got that, you know, what are we gonna work on next? And I think Diddy was like, you know, we got Biggie's album, we got my album, and then we got Craig's album. Look at Craig Mack's face when he says we got Craig. First of all, the whole interview, Craig Mack looked like he
didn't want to be there.
Like he just was like his stomach wasn't right, and he wanted to go outside. He didn't want to be there for real. And then it was like, but he wanted some money, so he had to be. So then, when Diddy said, "Oh yeah, we working on Craig Mack album," he said, "Like me, this Craig Mack, like yeah, we were working on that Craig Mack album. Craig Mack, I love me an honest artist because they just talking about Willis." But yeah, so you could tell it was friction there. And then Craig Mack went and did his own thing, and supposedly Craig Mack went on to Death Row and was, you know, maybe formulated, well, not maybe, he formulated a relationship with Suge Knight, which really pissed Puffy off. So
it did. But then towards the end of episode 2, they play that Muscle Game song. Because,
bro,
and I kind of skipped a little ahead because it was just talking about the Tupac beef and Suge Knight beef.
And that right there, look, that case is coming up in 2026. I think February of 2026, if I'm not mistaken. That is coming up. So
Give him a quick breakdown about that part.
All right, so look here. Keefe D was the one that was in the Impala the night that Tupac was banged on the Vegas Strip. His nephew Orlando, I forget the last name. You know what I'm saying? He was the one that did the shooting. He is since deceased. But he is on record for saying that his nephew and him slid on Tupac and Suge. They thought they was dead. He looked at Suge when he had the bang bang went through his head. So he thought Suge was dead. He knew Tupac was dead. And he said that he was doing Harlem shaking stuff in the car. He was laughing about it. He said after, that Puffy said to their homeboy Zip that he would pay them $1 million, to make Tupac and Suge be unalived, go away.
And Zip is the plug to the West Coast.
He is the connect. He is the connect to
he
the
lives
West Coast.
in New York.
He's the plug between Keefe D. He lives in New York, but he is the plug between Keefe D and Puffy. But he's no longer with us because he died of cancer. So he is since deceased. And Zip did not give that $1 million as to why Keefe D is pissed off and running his mouth. Also, because he didn't quite understand the law that was given to him. You were given immunity, sir, that day. When you came on social media telling your business, you kind of effed up. That's why you're in jail. But yeah, so Diddy put money on Tupac's head, period, point blank. The story is that you solve one case, you solve the other. AKA, you solve Tupac's murder, you solve Biggie's. Because it has now been confirmed in this documentary that Biggie Smalls was signed, sealed, delivered, about to leave Bad Boy. Okay, so you gotta think, as it ain't no allegedly. It was said in this documentary his signature was on that paperwork that he was gonna leave. Kirk Burroughs was fired for not altering illegally Biggie Smalls' contract to fit in some verbiage about Sean forever getting paid off of Biggie Smalls' royalties.
That's after his death.
That was after his death. So he wanted after death Biggie Smalls to continuously pay him. He made the Biggie Smalls estate pay for Biggie Smalls' fucking funeral. Hello?
Yeah, that was crazy. But I don't know if he was signed and sealed to leave Bad Boy. It said that his contract was signed to renew, and they gave him everything that he wanted. But when
that
he
is
passed,
right. I apologize.
They had to. Sean wanted Kirk to
retracting.
Alter it in the favor of Bad Boy instead of the family.
Yes,
and he refused
instead
to do that,
and
then he was let go.
He was fired 90 days later. Yes.
Yeah.
That was some BS. And it was just, you think of the passing of B.I.G., you think of the funeral for B.I.G., you think of that whole ride with people blasting, hypnotized.
It was huge.
And he's talking about, we're going to give him a huge send-off. But once he seen that damn invoice, he said, no, I'm going to charge this nigga. You walked this nigga to his grave. You separated him and his friend. You made a personal your lack of self-esteem you use to manipulate two great artists in the industry and two coasts. You might as well be a female, because I thought only women had that type of power to do some shit like that. But yeah, you are a diabolical person, and that diabolical. Right there for me, FBI, police, CIA,
he could help.
Okay, we done lined it all up together, packaged it on a nice little Netflix platter for you. The evidence and the all parties that need to be interviewed, investigators, detectives, everybody's names is right there. Please go help. He's in jail for like what, the next 50 months. Help. Don't
Hey,
let him
y'all,
out.
before we get into parts 3 and 4, because that ended episode 2, the Biggie, the whole diabolical arrangement of that funeral and how Biggie had to pay for it himself. Lord have mercy. This man is diabolical, baby. That is the word of this damn doc.
Eva.
Chat, what y'all talking about, man? It's crazy. Hey, 200 people watching, please hit the like button. Come on now, push the button.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
Follow them.
Come on now.
201 people in the chat. Hit that like, share, subscribe.
What y'all
Do
think
what
about
you
the doc
do.
so far? Up until this point, they on a roll. They on a roll. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson on the exclusive producer. Alexandria Stapleton, I believe her last name is Stapleton. The director.
Yes.
Amazing work. Great job.
And just to circle back, if y'all just joining in, 50 Cent, Diddy sent 50 Cent, some flowers, and shout out to Red Fire Empress said maybe they could have been some funeral flowers. I don't know.
What you think about the flowers?
What do y'all think about these flowers? Because now I'm concerned. So 50 Cent said, what type of fruity stuff is this? Why did he start trying to send me flowers? I'm 90s grimy. You don't warn me. And when I tell you, I felt that in my spirit, when I felt it through my bones. Because 90s grimy that's some dirtball shit. Okay. Some real dirtbag shit. So and they don't care if you like it, your mama like it, you agree, your daddy agree. They don't care. They just did what they did. Now what? Yeah, so I'm concerned. I don't know what type of flowers them is.
There was also a lot of audience reactions, and I had to pick up some of them because it's crazy.
That Sean Combs, the reckoning shit was surgical.
Diddy was on the phone with them lawyers like, do something, John!
Diddy should have made sure the videographer got paid. That sums up this whole Netflix 50 Cent Diddy documentary in just a few words. You should have paid the videographer.
Baby, the documentary is called The Reckoning, but it actually should be called Reckless because the way Diddy was out here in these streets is absolutely fucking diabolical. Now, 50 is saying that this is about justice, but baby, the way he did this documentary is definitely giving vendetta. He did a very good job with telling a whole story about Diddy regarding his entire life, from the time he was a child up into this very situation that did happen with Cassie. Y'all, when I say receipts, I'm talking about y'all the situation with Biggie, y'all the situation with Tupac. He got that man looking like a whole goddamn slime ball out here in these streets. Do you hear me? When I tell y'all that 50 did this motherfucking documentary like the rent was due, the mortgage was due, baby, the light bills and the car payment too, he did his big one on this one.
Because every single action that Diddy did that hurt somebody stemmed from his insecurity. He was envious of all the other people around him that he felt like he was better than, and he felt like he deserved their spot.
He had to exploit every single person that he worked with in order to prop himself up, which is actually insane when you think about it. After all these years, we never heard of that guy who was the co-owner of Bad Boy, Burroughs. His name is Kirk Burroughs, yeah? His story is actually what affected me the most, okay? Because it was clear from the start, you could see that he was a victim, yeah? You could see that this is a man who just wanted to work, okay? He was a man who reminded me a lot of Cassie in the sense that he just wanted this man to win. He saw the vision, he saw the bigger picture, and he was just stuck in the cycle. You know, you guys need to realize, yeah, that when you are in an abusive cycle like the ones that they were in, it's very difficult to see things clearly. It's very difficult to see things, you know, like in a way that like someone who's outside of it would be able to see it. Do you get what I mean? Like, those are real life victims. The fact that Diddy was able to stand over him with a baseball bat and basically say, listen, you got to sign that 20% over to me or we're going to have a problem, and then promise him that he would give him the shares back, only to never give him the shares back. He was killing people, allegedly. The use of intimidation, the use of, SA. It's dark. It's very, very dark. And I feel like he was doing all of these things to harness their power. I believe he was siphoning their power for real. He was destiny swapping. Like, this is some dark stuff. Like, very, very dark. Like, I even feel uncomfortable talking about it. I can't even lie. Like, the more I think about it, what we're talking about here is not play team. It's spiritual. Like, the way that they all followed him, the way they all loved him, the way that they were just so invested in something that they believed was bigger than themselves, it's giving cult.
If you're gonna sit here and tell me that Diddy did not kill Biggie and Tupac, you're smoking.
Diddy performed 3 major destiny swaps, and they pretty much outlined it in this documentary. The first one was with Heavy D, the second one was with Andre Harrell, and the third one was with Notorious B.I.G.
We as a society need to lock his mother up. Janice Combs, she needs to be locked up immediately. If you had the spawn of that came out of your coochie, you need to be under the jail. Because it's you. It's something with you.
It's a story that needed to be told, right? By the end of it, 50 Cent had me convinced that Diddy did it all, allegedly.
Yeah. Diabolical is the word for this damn documentary. And like you said, Red Empress, he knew that this was coming. But, you got people like Dame Dash, like 50 Cent ain't releasing nothing. He ain't gonna do that. Boom, here go the documentary.
But it's like, like we were saying, listen, Black people, let this be a lesson. Stop playing with people money now. If you know you owe somebody, let today be the day that you call that person and make it right, okay? Because now this is what happened with this. Now, Diddy thought that the cameraman was playing about his money, okay? Now, he didn't pay the cameraman. Cameraman put up a stink. Cameraman went to Netflix, told Netflix he didn't get his check. Guess who gave him the check? Netflix. Diddy ain't got to worry about it no more. That's why you can't control this story. Let this be a lesson.
That's why you can't control the story. Hit the button like Red Empress said. Hit the like button, man. Don't make me play this promo again now. Come on, Dan.
Push your goddamn button.
Push your goddamn button.
Follow them.
How we got 300 folks?
That's what I'm talking about. What's your
watching us and only 75 likes. Y'all know that.
Oh, hell no.
Be tripping. Y'all know YouTube be tripping. They try to hide a player content. They don't want to see us win.
Look, they don't want to see us win. Did y'all even hype? Can you hype on a live?
I think they can hype after the live.
You can hype after the live. Well, look here, hype after the live. Make sure you
like this.
Right
I don't
now
understand. And subscribe right
now.
now.
The math ain't mathing. It's 300 and some of y'all up in here. It's only 75 likes. Fix it,
baby. Don't be. They must be in here working for Diddy. Get the hell on now.
Okay. On. Now look here. We ain't got no money. Leave us alone. And we just reporting on this. We saying allegedly all of that.
All of it. Listen. So let's get into part 3. There's only one more part after this. So part 3, Diddy is opening the doc, episode 3 on the phone with Tran. I don't remember her name, but he's on the phone. So lame, talking about, I'm about to deposit $200 million in the bank because I feel like it. And I'm just like, boy, shut your ass up.
First of all, okay, why you holding your blunts like that? Do you always hold your blunts like that? That's how you could tell that you don't really smoke weed for real. What the hell is you doing? You holding that for that girl on the phone so she feel like you somebody. Oh my God, you're Puff Daddy right now. Girl, fuck you and Puff Daddy. Okay. And Papa Diddy
Period.
Pop, Brother Love, Homeboy on Round the Way. I don't know. Like, look, why are we watching this? And then he's talking to you all. So all of y'all are just a bunch of sex workers. And then ain't you the one that Young Miami said that you was gonna be a eat? Never mind.
It wasn't
Don't
Karuchi
even matter.
Tran. It was another lady. I
No,
can't
I think
remember
her
her
name's like
name.
Dana Tran.
It
I
was
think it's like Dana
something.
Tran or something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember the name exactly, but I do remember Tran
Child,
being
not
in the
Karuchi.
name. Yeah, not Karuchi. But yeah, he was on the phone
Yeah.
like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna deposit 200 million in the bank because I feel like it. And the girl doesn't even respond right away. She's just like,
Yeah.
and then his friend or whoever is sitting next to him trying to like ease his ego because he already know he probably gonna flip out. He's like, you know, she's I forgot what he said, but he was just like, take it easy, basically. She's starstruck or something. I forgot what he said. But Sean was like, you know.
Shout out to Miss Carmen. Send the $2.
Come on,
Glad
Miss
she caught alive.
Carmen! The
Come
super
on, Miss
chat.
Carmen. We appreciate you.
Let's get it. We gotta hit the
With
air
the
horn one
super
time.
chat.
Oh, my air horns ain't working. Ah, there it is. Yes, we appreciate you so much. But yeah, man, that was just a weird interaction to me. Like when it first started, I'm like,
Child, yeah, it's not Karuchi Tran because, like Andy Moore said, Dion about to start punching air. Child, Dion and somebody else that we ain't gonna even go there. But uh, somebody else. We ain't
yeah,
gonna
we
name
ain't
that
gonna go
person.
there. We ain't gonna go there. Let's stick to Sean.
Yes.
Commerce.
So then yes, Dana Tran. Okay.
So then, let's just keep it moving.
Yeah.
So then we
where
get to
we at
make another
now?
band and all that drama.
Soon as I saw Aubrey, I knew what we were doing. And I was actually quite happy that she waited for this forum. Versus the internet salaciousness that can get chopped and screwed whichever way possible. Not to say that Netflix could not get chopped and screwed, but I knew this was gonna be the way she was gonna tell her story.
But I will say, I thought she was gonna have more to say versus what she did say. What she did say was terrible, but I thought there would be more.
It was gonna be worse
to her story.
I thought it was gonna be worse. Not to say that it wasn't bad. So I mean, from the show, you got a sense that Sean, he was more like focused on Aubrey, and he just really wanted her to be like kind of like the sexy one, or the flirty one, whatever the case may be. But like behind the scenes, he was really like feeling her, and he really was just crossing the line. So anybody in the comments, in the chat, you know what I'm saying, if y'all have regular jobs, you know what it's like when your boss pushes up on you, and they you can go to your HR department and be like, hey, Tom is talking crazy in my DMs, or he's emailing me some crazy pictures and saying some crazy shit, you know what I mean, fix this. Who do you go to in the music industry? There is no HR in the music industry. I can promise you that. Like, so.
But you know what he said to them when they signed? That was interesting. He said, "Once you're in, ain't no way out."
Yeah, he laughed it off, but he was dead ass serious.
Cause ain't no way out for his ass.
And he's not gonna let you out. Cause then if he's letting you in, so you already know too much. So he's not gonna let you out. Not willingly anyway. So yeah, and you know what's crazy is like, you know, you go back to those days and it's like, dang, I wish, you know, I wanted to be on that show, or I wanted to audition, and you know, all this shit, and it's like, damn, you know what I mean? And you know, I saw YB and Corday's mom, you know, on that show, and she was talking about like her days trying out, and you know, just you know, how
Mm-hmm.
it turned out for her. And then it's like, damn, now you hear this, and it's just like, thank you, God. Like thank you, Lord. Like, oh my goodness. Just you hear just the
It would.
nonsense that they went
It was a
through.
lot. And just to go back to that
Yeah.
cheesecake moment, for him not to be there, the arrogance of it all. Diabolical.
Dog. And then you left, and you knew you told us to walk. I don't care if it was for shoot, and you know how much I love me some Janet Jackson. I don't give a damn if the cheesecake was for Janet Jackson. Who walk in?
Well, you know what Fred
No,
said. Fred said they walked, but he
it
wrote
was for
back.
Beyonce.
But
And I'm right with Fred, because didn't
he's right.
nobody
He
say we
said
had
walk
to?
to get it. He didn't say
Ain't
how you
nobody
get
say
back.
how I get back. Hello, shoot. And he
But yeah,
barely said
man,
walk to get it.
we get into Aubrey and her allegation. What was her allegations, bro?
Okay, so her allegations were just that he was just really
The
riding her,
text
but
messages, no
text
emails.
message sent to her, so first it was the emails where he was just talking to her crazy, and this is why I brought up, you know, people with regular jobs, your boss talk to you crazy, you go to HR. Diddy was emailing this girl talking about everything he wanted to do to her, and she just was, you know, keeping it 100% professional, like, you know, what are you doing, what are you talking about? I'm not into that, I'm not interested, like, absolutely not. So he's like, all right, cool, I'm gonna go keep beating off thinking about you. You let me know when you're ready to start acting right. Like, huh?
Crazy.
Huh? What you mean? And I've told you multiple times I'm not interested.
Meanwhile, he's with Kim and Cassie at this time when Making the Band is happening, because it was something with Cassie and Danity Kane when he was like, well, he wasn't with Cassie yet. She had just signed, I believe. But he had Kim and Misa.
And Misa. And whoever the hell that else. I mean, sir, like,
Why are you pressed on Aubrey?
So he had the emails. Why are you pressed on this poor defenseless little white girl from damn where the hell
Palm
is she from? Burbank.
Springs.
Palm Springs. Palm Springs.
Baby's supposed to be a lawyer. But
That baby was supposed to be a lawyer with them damn tips. That came to New York messing with your ass. God damn it. And then so her other claims were that a friend had told her that they saw her in a video, or no, not a video, I'm sorry. They had walked in on her at a hotel or some type
very
of
compromised
situation.
Mm-hmm.
And in a compromising position, because she looked very inebriated, completely out of it, not in her right sensible mind. And allegedly Mr. Combs and another light-skinned gentleman, possibly a bodyguard, were taking advantage of her. And you know, the person kind of caught it and nothing stopped, it continued. And then this person told her everything that they were doing to her, and she didn't even want to finish she didn't even want to finish talking about it, because it just, you know, it traumatized her that much. But it's just like, she had no recollection of that. She didn't know how, when, why, where, what. But this is what was told to her.
Yeah, and
so
I could tell that Aubrey didn't want to say it wasn't true on camera, because she's like, if I deny this, then it could hurt, you know, other pending cases or people who want to come out with something against Sean and telling their stories. But she did say that she did not remember that happening to her.
Correct. And just pause. I just wanted to just go through the chat real quick. I just see a lot of
Y'all
y'all
come
going
in, hit the
through it.
like button. We talking about
So
Sean
y'all come
Diabolical
through, hit the
Combs.
like button. Hit the like button, y'all. So I just want to hit on Miss Carmen. You were saying not one person, Sean Combs has not been the single love man in hip hop. True. Absolutely true. Ain't not one person not never said throwing that new Diddy. Not never. Not in no decade. Not his decade, your decade, Jesus decade, never.
Yo, did you
Okay.
hear how they was clowning him though? Albie Shore and them when they was like, he sucks. He can't. He don't know R&B.
He didn't know he didn't know no R&B. He didn't even know a B sharp from a B flat. That's what I'm talking about. He ain't no damn producer. Goodness.
He just know it sound good.
He just knew it sound good, and that's cool. You can know it sound good, but you're not produced. That's like calling up DJ Academics. How you a DJ and you playing off a damn playlist on the computer?
I ain't never seen him DJ.
Where you DJ at? What club?
But I guess you are who you say you are.
And then so Andy Moore, Diddy was knocking down Sarah Chapman too, and did. Tupac girl.
Yeah,
that was Tupac's girl.
Girlfriend, allegedly.
We don't talk about children, but go through Diddy's children. Sarah Chapman is one of his baby mama. We ain't gonna talk about which child, but y'all go ahead. Google's free.
Well,
y'all
it's
figure that
only
out.
one of the 3 girls. Well, 4 girls.
One of them that's not the twin. One of them that's not the twin.
Well, it's 2 of them that ain't twins, and one of them is a baby.
Okay. Tavy, you trying to get me to be messy right now? God damn it!
Okay, let's move on.
It almost. I didn't do it.
Let's go. We can't get in trouble.
We gonna keep going back through this chat here. Yes. So that was Tupac's girl, Sarah Chapman. Y'all go ahead and Google. He was with Cameron Diaz at one time too, and was. I believe Aubrey was only 19 as well, and was.
And we talk about
Diddy
Aubrey from Danity Kane, not Aubrey Graham.
Yeah, well, hey, anyway, Diddy was full on demonic. I'm just saying, the tattoo on his back, has gotten a lot of attention as of late. So it is oh my God, it is it is the symbol, the Haitian symbol of war for like protection of women and children. If you know the name of the deity, please put it in the comments. I don't want to mispronounce it. I think I know what it is, but I don't want to get it wrong and y'all chop me up. So anyway,
and Red Empress said Black Madonna. Is that it?
Yes, it is the Black Madonna. Thank you. But there is an actual terminology or whatever for it. But it is protection of women and children. And they're talking about how that symbol, you really don't want to play with dark magic, black magic, or any of those hoodoo, any of those symbols, because if you don't really know what they mean, because protection of women and children, and you out here doing what you doing, and you literally thought to tat that on your back, good luck to you, sir. Yes. Because they're talking about how it's eating him up. It's eating him up, and he should have never put that on him. Let's see.
Well, we'll get back to more comments soon. We're gonna keep moving through episode 3, 4 of the Diddy documentary. Then we get to Dirty Money, and Kalina. I will say Kalina didn't look as crazy as she did when she did that solo interview initially after Don's lawsuit. But don't get it twisted. She still looked a little crazy on this one.
All right. So if y'all just joined, I'm gonna do it one more time, but I'm gonna give my vocal cords a little bit of lubrication this time, because I want to make sure y'all. I want to make sure y'all hear me this time. So I said it from the fiber of my being. Hold on one second. Fuck Kalina. Okay? Fuck her. All right? Now, ma'am, you are the reason that Dawn's testimony. And I'm gonna say the sole reason because Dawn, girl. Anyway,
And when
you the
was
reason.
Dawn? This was the time.
This was the time, but Dawn, girl, move to the side. Kalina, you came out here and hopped out on a ledge for this goofy ass, thick thighed man. Okay, you done came out here, jumped out on a ledge, and when you needed him, the nigga couldn't be so bothered. When he needed
Bruh.
you went and slid in on the courtroom like that damn Michael Jackson, like with that fake ass Michael Jackson damn meme. Okay, who is this? Why you sliding in on me and why you so close? I didn't understand it, and now you sitting here with your damn Kleenex dabbing your damn eyes, talking about, well, I was just trying to get my kids back, girl. Then why say anything? Like he didn't care. So that's what I just didn't get. I just didn't get Kalina. I didn't understand her whole, like, why she now feels the need to talk to us, and why now she wants to come clean, and oh well, actually, I actually meant, no, girl, stop talking to us. You had your opportunity. You had your, you was talking about Dawn trying to get paid. Now Netflix is attached to this. Who trying to get paid? It looked like you trying to get paid.
Yeah.
I don't understand her. I don't, I understand it, but I don't. So all you're basically telling us is that you're the chick that you try to make Dawn out to be, money hungry. Oh, now you here for the money because now you feel, oh, so now you got your kids, so now you want to tell the girl bye. I was very
Andy Moore says that she's trying to sell her life story to BET Plus. I would watch that because Kalina done been through it. Like, from that husband of hers to them kids to her life in the industry. She do have a story.
okay.
I would like to see it. But she looked crazy for her saying Sean needed her, but when she needed Sean, he was like, oh, I can't help you right now. That would have been my same response when he called my phone 50 million times asking for help.
And that's what I'm saying. You call my phone 50-11 times, and all you can say is Arthur McGee. All you can say is, well, I got $5,000 for you. Nigga, huh?
He didn't give her the money. She was asking for 5,000, and he said no. He couldn't help her. So, but now that he ain't trying to go to jail,
now you want your freedom. Now I gotta help you. No.
And then she was like, I'm gonna take this opportunity since he needs me to ask for help again. And he still didn't help your ass. Come on now.
He still didn't help your ass. So you just look foolish continuously showing up for this man. For what? And like, I get it. Like, and I can understand it in the beginning when she was talking about, how his energy in the beginning was so addicting. Everybody wanted to be around it. And, it's just, child, look. When I was a child, I had a crush
Andy Moore just
on
said
Sean
you only
Diddy
get
Combs.
$5K for the hotel parties. Diabolical. But you right.
See,
you right.
That's wild.
He's so nasty.
That's wild.
Lord.
And like, I just don't understand. All these years, all the talent, all the artists. I just, and you knew something was going on, but you just couldn't prove it. Like R. Kelly said, we didn't want to believe it.
It's a lot of things that are still unsaid that haven't been proven yet. Then we get into Cassie's story and the escort gets into the relationship that he has with Cassie, and how she calls him initially, all the things that we heard in the trial, but she calls him over and says her and her husband want to have some fun. Essentially, he comes over there, and then from there he's just their toy. But he, went through the abuse and how he saw Sean kick, punch her, do all these things. But the most interesting part, in my opinion, was every March 9th, which is the death of Biggie Smalls. It has to be a freak off for the whole weekend or for days at a time. On March 9th, this happens on a regular every year. I was like, interesting.
I'm not confused at all. I'm not confused. If you in the comments and you not confused, you know exactly why there's a freak off every March 9th. Put a 2.
What's the
We not
edited
gonna
version
say
of
it.
that? What you talking? What's the edited version of that? What you talking?
The edited version of that is it's a lovely little interview with Biggie and Sean, and Biggie rubs on Sean in an affectionate manner. But it's so affectionate, I don't think I've ever seen not nan one of my straight friends or family members greet each other in such a manner with which that you caress the skin and make a comment on the suppleness of your friend's skin to other men while cameras and microphones are rolling. If that is the easy version.
I would think
All
that
right,
is the easy version.
I see some tools in the comments.
There's a lot of
tools
in the comments. And Andy Moore, you right. Biggie had a lot of suspect bars.
Hey, look, Biggie had some crazy suspect bars. He had some crazy suspect bars. That's what I'm saying. Everybody that put the twos in the chat, you know he had some crazy. The girl was so fine, I probably suck her daddy.
All right. Now, we are on YouTube.
I didn't say it.
Yeah, I know, but you was about to.
No. YouTube purposes, I wasn't gonna go there. YouTube, it was a name of a song. It was a lyric in a song. YouTube, we just educational purposes only. That's all we doing. But yeah.
Yeah, that was a ritual that is just diabolical. That is the name of this episode, Diabolical, because that whole damn documentary is diabolical.
It just gets worse one episode after the other.
It does. Because from that Biggie moment, then we get into his addiction to pills coming from the Kim Porter alleged slashing of
But
the
see,
wrist.
and that's where I kind of I didn't like that. And I feel like we got we had to be very careful there. I wanted us to be a little bit more careful there because from what it sounded like a little piece, it sounded like we were saying that, okay, allegedly, Puff and Kim had a fight with which Puff's wrist was sliced or cut, or he allegedly cut himself. Well, however it happened, the wrist was cut. He had to go to emergency room, get stitched up, the whole nine. They prescribed him painkillers. They said because of the incident with Kim, he got addicted to painkillers. I kind of wanted us to pump our brakes there because of how that was kind of being framed. You're framing it loosely as though Kim got him addicted to pills because of what she did. And I could be reaching. Y'all let me know. But I didn't like the way that was framed. I thought it was a little in poor taste. But not my documentary. Carry on.
Yeah. As Carmen says, I don't think that's how he got on drugs. I don't neither. Especially when he was going to that all
I
white
don't either.
boys Catholic school when he was younger. I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know.
Hello.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, but hello.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It was when he was younger. It was a bunch of parties going on. There was a clip. There was a clip during the documentary when Sean was being interviewed on stage, and this is when his mom was saying that she worked at an after-hour spot, and the interviewer asked Sean, where was he at or something about him being out at 2
until
something
like
in the
3-4
morning
in the morning, so like
at
that.
12 years
Yeah.
old.
Yeah. I
So
heard about that, but no, we skip past one. We hit the gas
okay.
on this one part from part 1 or maybe part 2, where he slapped his mama after the city college party where all them people
He
died.
did, yes.
He slapped his
Called her a
mama
B and
because
then
his mother
slapped her.
freaked out. His mother freaked out, y'all, because her son just was the promoter for this party that now claimed the lives of 9-10 people. So she was just freaking out, and she was just kind of speaking as a mother and was like, oh my God, what have you done? You quit college, you dropped out of school, you're doing this music, and here you've done this event that has now killed these people. What have you done? They said this boy grabbed his mama, slapped the dog ish out of her, and told her, be hush up. You don't know what you're talking about.
This is Kirk Burroughs saying this. He said that his mother said to Kirk, is he making, or was concerned if he was making the right decision about being in the industry, I guess. And Kirk said he's seen her call her out her name and smack her. And he said from then on, he knew that he had changed. But Kirk done seen this man change a bunch of times, because Kirk done seen him slap his mama. He done seen him slap or beat allegedly his first baby mama, Misa. He I'm not sure if we got there yet, but he asked for the 25% stake in Bad Boy that he initially gave Kirk back, and pulled out a baseball bat on him. And he's seen a lot of things, and every time he's seen something, he always be like, he's changed. I've seen a different Sean. So I'm like, Kirk, nah.
I think everybody just made their own excuses for him at the times that they made excuses for him at. And then once the excuse no longer fit, then it's like we had to do something about it. Which I just think is, I guess, but no, y'all knew a lot of this was just wrong, and y'all tried to make different narratives fit, just like he tried to make narratives fit. Like I remember Kirk was telling one of the stories about, Puff hit him up like maybe like a few times, talking about, hey, come to my office, urgent, and he was getting top. And then Kirk was, kind of looking around at the ceiling like, yo, what you want, man? What you need? Oh, nothing. I just wanted you to watch. Bro, what? Strange.
Yeah.
Strange.
Kirk has seen a lot. I need the book, Kirk, because the documentary was going so fast, and you only hear so many things. I need the whole layout and exactly what happened, because you have a story. Before we get into, we ain't done with part 3. The escort did admit that there was drugs in the baby oil, because during the trial,
GHB.
they said that it wasn't. They were testifying that it wasn't any drugs in the baby oil, but on the documentary, the escort said that there was something in the oil. And then the episode ends with the lawsuits. Y'all, please hit that like button. You know,
hit that like,
helps
hit that
the
share,
algorithm.
hit that subscribe. Now look here, the game guy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like, share, subscribe? If you like, share, subscribe, I consider taking my hat off. Just news flash, I'm in my house. I wear what I want in my house.
Hello?
Like you wear what you want in yours. But hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'll think about it. Okay.
Do you need to leave? Do you need to leave?
Look,
because we gonna do what we
Blackie
do.
on the streets is kind of lonely. Okay. Now look here. Do you see how it work around here? We get the little jokey joke, we get the little kiki, but it also get real cold in them Blackiana streets.
Listen.
All right.
Y'all hit the damn like button.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
Follow them. Oh, the game guy. No, hold on, player. The game guy. I know you think this a wig because it's longer than that bullshit your mama got on her head with that little grain strain of rice. I know you ain't never seen a girl come from the rooter to the tutor, okay, but your mama can't go out like this. This why you trying to come for me. Now, before we take you and escort your raggedy duster ass onto these Blackiana streets, I'm going to go ahead and put my hat back on my natural hair. Okay. Now you can go on back to your mama basement playing your little Call of Duty bullshit, because we know your pussy ass too afraid to go to work, to war, or to go to work. You ain't gonna be no gamer, ain't gonna be no streamer. Enjoy your ass in the block section. Suck your mother. Now, back to Diddy hoe ass.
We open up episode 4 with Capricorn Clark.
Now, Capricorn, thank you for joining the group chat. We missed you. Thank you for playing. But I wish she would have given a little more. She was another one part of the Diddy Brigade where I feel like the excuses fit as long as they fit, and then when they didn't, now we gotta explain. When Kid Cudi, when Cassie, I mean, I know I'm kind of jumping ahead here, but when Cassie had asked, hey, can my friend, Scott McGillicuddy, could he come with us hiking? Girl, no. All you had to say, girl, no. Like, but you still let him come, and then it ended up being a thing. I get it. You kind of felt like you were in the middle, and you felt like you had to make a choice, and you wanted to try to please both parties. But it was just, you knew what your job was, and you knew who you worked for. And then, I don't think kidnapping, because allegedly Diddy had kidnapped her, Capricorn Clark, when she had gotten back, and he kidnapped her for the day and was like, listen, you either tell Cassie to get back here now or you're not going nowhere. And he pulled that thing out. So like, I get it, she was nervous, but girl, you kind of set that up, because as the assistant, you should just shut that down with Cassie right then and there.
Yeah. Capricorn Clark went through a lot, and actually one of the jurors said she didn't really believe Capricorn Clark. This is a couple of the jurors that they had on the documentary. I had the same facial expressions at him as times.
Why did we call her to be a part of this documentary? What were we trying to
Because
prove?
it was just to display why the sentencing
That we picked the
came
wrong
out,
damn jury selection.
because she wanted to be a part of the entourage at this point, because
And that's what I'm saying.
the lady asked, were you able to look at Sean? And the man says, no, we can't look at them. Every time I looked at him, I had the same expression sometimes.
I don't. And then he looked at me, and I said, "Whore." He's a whore. And then it didn't make no sense, and it was whore. Girl, you are like the quintessential person why I can't stand to see black people on the news sometimes. Cause it just be like, girl, you ain't got to be so damn animated about every damn thing. We was thinking the same thing, and then some of the stuff just wasn't making no sense. Girl, you there for a court proceeding. You are not there for an autograph. Don't piss me off. Oh my God.
She was there for an autograph.
She was there for the Bad Boy reunion tour. That's what she was there for. Ma'am, you were here to make a court proceeding. Let's be for real.
And then during this episode, you see images of Sean, and he was thicker than a Snicker. I was like,
Child, look. They call him Thick Thigh Diddy. That's what they call him. Okay. Now he been eating good, I guess. He getting treated like a king up in there. Got all them new year 2000 snacks, probably. In the commissary, going crazy. He got that bad boy money. Take that. So.
And then we see footage of him trying to find Dawn, speaking well of him in any clip they could find. And he is telling Justin, hey, find any type of clips from Dawn talking about me in a positive way, because there's no way that she's suing me.
And I saw that, and it was just like, bro, this is how you know your plane is definitely nosediving. Because, like, you are facing years in jail, and this is what you focusing on. Is Don Richard test like, okay.
And then the whole time he's like, God told me not to do nothing, so y'all do something.
But God told me not to do nothing. But that doesn't mean that Justin can't use his wonderful brain, and Christian can't use his wonderful brain, and all you lawyers can't come together and use your wonderful brain. If you don't sit your fake ass Al Sharpton ass down, look, sir, your goose is cooked, and you over here talking to the little pretty curl head son that don't look nothing like you, and your little Jeepers Creepers replica, and they not gonna help you. They not gonna help you. Like,
listen,
they don't have your little. First of all, the little curly haired one, he don't even know he not. Okay, we're not gonna go there. But anyway, he couldn't even graduate. Did he even graduate college? Did you knock out the coach with the damn kettlebell? I'm not saying allegedly, because you did it.
Allegedly. I don't know.
All right, well, look, allegedly, it ain't in the news no more. Allegedly, look, he couldn't even play on the football field allegedly with you not showing up there beating up coaches and shit. I'm saying, so like, really, what did he learn? The other one still out here making music, holding us hostage. Like he don't know, like we don't know what he got going on. But okay, so like, what
It's
they
like
gonna do?
Sean has them kids right where they want them, just in the room.
Yes.
Watching him. Just like
And I
everybody
think,
that's around him. Everybody just watch me.
but I think he's doing that because if you remember when all of this first jumped off, like he Christian kept jumping out in his feelings and coming at people. He did a diss track to 50 Cent, dog. Little cute little Christian King Combs. Little Jeepers Creepers replica. You jumped out the window and did it. So like they had to scale him back. Hey, little nigga, shut your ass up. This nigga is crazy. Shut your ass up.
And he talk about you checked the wrong house.
And you just dry snitching on yourselves. Like,
sit y'all asses down.
stop
All
talking.
of y'all.
Stop talking. All of you. Go in the house. Play with your little drum set.
Listen, stop talking. But I want Kirk Burrows to keep talking. Because at this point in the documentary, we closing out on this thing. If you hadn't seen it, go watch it. Recap this live because it may self-destruct. I'm still deciding. But the Kirk Burrows and his confession about being essayed by Sean.
Bro. That was hard because
I was
you
just
hear
but
how much
the
he
thing
loved
is,
the vision.
But the doc was just going, I was not expecting to hear that. Although
Yeah.
I know something had to happen to him. But it was just going, I was like, okay, cool. Danny Kane and all these things. And then when he said that and how, you know, he was being essayed, not just him, but others, I was like, wow. And they saved that to the very end of the documentary. It's about an hour and 10 minutes into the 4th episode of the Sean Combs The Reckoning documentary on Netflix.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting it, but I wasn't expecting it, but I was. When you hear all the other stories, I mean, when you hear Lil Rod's story, you know, just how sad that was.
I forgot we skipped over Lil Rod's part. That was in the
we skipped over Lil Rod's part,
episode,
but I mean, it was in the 4th, and
you
it
can
was
talk
kind of
about it.
jam packed with Cassie and everything else. So it was, you know, Lil Rod was one of his producers on his last album, you know,
The Love
Off the
album.
Grid. The Love album. He was supposed to, you know, he was told he was going to be paid a total of $250,000 at the completion of this project. He was also told that he was going to be, you know, given producer of the year, you know, all these different accolades, all these different promises that were made that just Diddy didn't make good on. But you know, he did have him in the studio for what, like 2 years, you know, missing holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmases, time with his family, you know, just different things that were going on, and you know, having to continuously follow up with this grown man, you know, about money. You know what I'm saying? Telling this grown man, hey, yo, I got kids. I had, like, where is my money? Like, what are we doing? And you know, for him to continuously like gaslight him and string him along and tell him, you know, hey, he used to call him what, Lil Leroy, and he used to tell him, Lil Leroy, you know what I'm saying, let's not have this be the reason we gonna fall out, you know what I'm saying, da-da-da. And then gaslighting him knowing you're not gonna pay him. That was the crazy part for me. is that, you know, he just kept saying little things to string him along and just keep him in the studio. And, you know, Lil Rod said there would be days that they wouldn't eat, you know, but he would still keep his energy up and still keep his positivity up to make sure that things got done, and they would dance and have a good time. But then there would be times that they would turn up, and, you know, he would wake up in the bed with women that he had no idea who they were. And then sometimes he would wake up in the bed and then Sean would be next to him. He would wake up with his Buddha meat store.
They said 29K, not 250K.
Oh. 250,
But yeah,
29. No. So it was 250K when they finally were going to offer him a settlement to pay him. They were trying to offer him the 29K, and that's where he said hell no. Because that's not what y'all said.
Yeah, either way it go, he got because his case is still pending, I
Period.
believe. But yeah, man, that kind of wraps up the Sean Combs The Reckoning documentary by 50 Cent and Alexandria Stapleton. Very great job.
Yeah, man. Y'all, if y'all haven't peeped it, definitely please go check it out. I mean, just the, you know what I'm saying, just chronologically to get, you know, just chronologically get a viewpoint is all. You know what I'm saying? And it will definitely put some things in perspective. There were some things that were left out that I'm kind of giving the documentary a side eye, because I just feel like we hit the points that we wanted to hit, but we left certain other points out. But you know, still it doesn't take away from the success that this is. I mean, I think this was very well directed, very well organized. It's a very great piece of work.
For sure. I thought the imagery, the storytelling, all the guests, you know, for it to be, because when 50 first announced it to now, that's not a lot of time to put something like that together. So
right,
for the time that they had, they did a great job. I feel like when he got his hands on that footage of Sean taping himself, diabolical. On the countdown, damn, the lockdown. Y'all remember that Lil' Kim countdown the lockdown special? That's what Sean was probably trying to do. Cause you know he all his life he wanted to be a bad, you know what?
And did. Cause the one the picture that him and Cassie took in the 70s gear where he had the little flared out wig and he just kept doing, you know, that was
I know,
he felt right.
Hey, thank you for the super
felt
chat.
right.
Red Empress,
Thank you, Red Fire Empress, for the super chat.
Yes, thank you. Man, she be rocking with us the whole live. We appreciate you.
Yes.
But yeah, when he had that pimp wig on with Cassie in the back, talking about some this him every Tuesday or whatever he said to Ellen.
This me every Tuesday.
Terrible.
Like, come on, bro. You know you like that. That's you on a regular any day to any why. That's stop playing.
Oh, they said they pushed the date back for Keefy D until August. Damn. Yeah, man.
You know what? Protect Keefy D at all costs. I don't know if this is right to say, but you know, because of what he affiliated in doing. But protect Keefy D at all costs. I'm telling you right now, you solve one, you solve both of them. Protect Keefy D.
Hey man, hit that like button. We got 200 likes, 358 people in the chat. Before we get up out of here, man, please hit that like, subscribe, share it. You know, usually at the end of every live I destroy it. I make it self-destruct. But I am so tired of talking about Sean. I don't want to hear about him. I just want to leave this here. because
Yeah.
it was
So
a
that we
lot.
talked about it. Yeah.
It
It was
was
a lot, and it's gonna probably continue to be a lot because I don't even think that all of the stories have come out yet. I feel like this is the next kind of wave of people that feel comfortable and inclined because like Montreal said, Albie Shore has his life story that's coming out. He has his story that needs to be told. You know what I'm saying? So there's certain things that even he's held back, you know what I mean, to not overshare and overkill. You know what I mean? So this is gonna take a life of its own. Miss Carmen, $5 super chat. We appreciate
Whoa!
you. Thank you for rocking with us the whole lot. Thank you.
Wait, there it is.
Bam.
Oh, air horn. Mrs. Carmen, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, hold on. The most secret science $10 super chat.
Oh, hey, I
So hold on. Yeah, we're gonna read Miss Carmen's first. So Miss Carmen said, I think 50 put this out to set up the next series where he does an episode for each victim, like BMF documentary. You know what, Miss Carmen? You might be on to something, ma'am, because that BMF series, I think that's over now.
It's over.
What new episode, Luna? What new
Yep.
episode, Luna?
And 50
So we
has that
appreciate you.
new studio too. He needs to put it to use. So I mean, he need to make the Kirk Burroughs story. I need to see it.
We
and
want
what
to
actually
see it.
happened? How did the essay happen? Was it how many times did it happen?
Kirk is a
was
story,
it every
baby.
Friday at the Uptown party? Did it start at Uptown? What is going on?
Who was the first one to introduce the freak off? How was it presented? Was it at the company function? Did y'all sit around at a debriefing? Who did the planning? Who did you call? Did you call the people out in Las Vegas? Because that's where prostitution is legal. I'm asking for a friend. You ain't got to say. All right. The most secret science super chat $10 said Puffy had
appreciate you.
He said Puffy had New York shook. Even 50 was afraid of Puff. Should have let Suge finish him up in the 90s to avoid all this. You know what? Yeah, I got to agree. But one thing became blaringly clear. I mean, say what you want about Suge Knight. Suge Knight is Suge Knight. He's does what he did, however, whatever. Two things.
Oh, Mrs. Carmen said Diddy's mom is the first one to introduce him to a freak off.
That is very true. But I mean, who in the industry made him feel so inclined to allegedly made him feel inclined allegedly that you could go out and you could do this pimping and this is what we doing and this is how we get it. You know what I'm saying? I just want, who allegedly was that person to kind of guide him into that life. And, other than his mother, you know what I mean? Who brought you into this lifestyle, made you feel like this was okay, allegedly. But
you remember,
furthermore, two things.
Remember during the
two
Uptown
things became
days,
blatantly clear to me. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Remember during the Uptown days, allegedly, not Andre, who was the lead singer, a guy?
Aaron Hall.
Aaron Hall.
Oh, yes.
Was showing Sean a lot of things that he started to incorporate himself. Allegedly. Sorry about that interruption, but I just thought of that. Go ahead, Relle.
No, because Aaron Hall be out here bragging about certain orifices and body parts. Anyway, him and Jodeci and allegedly and Diddy and everybody allegedly used to watch each other do stuff allegedly. And yeah, but like I was saying, two things were blatantly clear in this documentary when it comes to Suge Knight. That two things surprised me when it came to Suge Knight. One, that he was Albie Shore's bodyguard, and then two, why he's in jail right now. I mean, obviously he should not. He did what he did. I know why he's in jail. That's not what I'm saying. But I see why he's in jail right now. It's a lot of people that was scared of him. And this is where they wanted him. And they glad that he there. So yeah, that it was very wow. This is why he's been back and forth to jail so many damn times. Because y'all niggas is hell, pussy as hell.
Shout out to the most secret science for the super chat. We appreciate you.
We appreciate you. He said,
"Oh, go ahead."
Clive Davis. He says research Clive Davis and his gangster connections in the music industry and his grooming of Puffy. You know what?
I know a little something about it, but this is YouTube.
Know a little piece about it, but it's YouTube. We trying to grow, baby. Okay.
Okay. Y'all already don't want to like the video. Y'all already don't.
Yeah, already
like
look.
So it's just like, why?
We ain't finna say no more.
Y'all, we appreciate
I'm just playing.
Coming out. We do. Any final thoughts on the reckoning?
No. I thought, like I said, it was well put together. CIA, FBI. Now look here, I don't condone snitching. If you did the crime with me, you better go down with the ship. Okay? But in this case, I'm a civilian like a bitch. Diddy ain't never did nothing for me. CIA, FBI, police, help. Keep him in there. Do something about this, because this was all put together like a well-placed file. All it need is a docket number at this point. I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, another super chat. How do you say that name?
Oh hell, Abandana. Abandana,
the
look,
Donna, we appreciate you.
Abandana, the Donna. Look,
Donna.
Karma came to collect. You ladies are awesome. Look here, we gonna call you the Don Donna, okay? We appreciate you, ma'am.
Yes.
We appreciate you sending your $9.99 super chat. Yes, the air horn. The air horn is the featured guest tonight.
It sure
We
is.
appreciate all of y'all coming in the room and blessing us with your presence. We appreciate y'all being here and y'all kicking it with us and talking about this documentary, because this child, look, wig blue bike. The whole 4 episodes, I had to go back and watch a few of them because there was like stuff that I missed, and just each episode had me gagged, clutch my pearls, because it just painted a picture for you of a person that just, maybe came from humble beginnings, or sad beginnings, because he may have or allegedly may have or may have not been abused by his mother, or however you want to frame that. But then as you grow on, you just see how he gradually just kind of got worse, and gradually I don't know if evolved is the correct word, but devolved into this person that we have before us today. I think the other thing that really defined his character and who he thinks he is was at the end, where he thought that the cameras were off, and he said, I hugged about 150 people, I gotta take a shower, I really got a pure on my hands. While part of me, the germaphobe in me, was like, oh my god, yes, sanitize immediately. The human in me was like, but nigga, you just walked through the streets of New York talking about my people, New York, we did it, my people, this, that, dapping people. Some of these people, they didn't even ask you to touch them. You touched them. But you saying they dirty? And to me, that just was like, okay, so wow, okay, you really are
And that's what 50 Cent said
Like-
during his and that's what 50 Cent was talking about during his GMA interview. Like, I can't believe he put that on camera.
Yeah.
He put it.
And he really said that. Like, you really, and I mean, of course, that probably, if in post, he probably would have had that edited, of course, to frame, you know.
But you know, you being taped.
Wow. That was what it was for me. You know you're being taped. And you said that shit
if that
anyway?
was for a post edit, say off the record. Like, Sean, listen, all I got to say is the whole episode, this entire ordeal, everything about Sean is diabolical.
That's the end?
Want an extra serving of Music for Breakfast? Follow them on all social media platforms at Music for Breakfast.